Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Arcane Oracle podcast. I'm Elaine, the Arcane Oracle. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms, bonus moms, and mom figures listening out there. You are loved and very appreciated. I want to give a heartfelt thanks to our gracious hosts at the Eye Opener Society. Please show them some love by following them and liking their content. Now, let's dive into the Scorpio Full Moon on Monday, May 12th. Full moons bring heightened emotional and psychic energy, illumination, revelation, culmination, and fulfillment. These energetic elements can manifest as spiritual or psychic experiences, intense emotional experiences, or even as disruptions and drama at worst. The veil between worlds is thin during full moons and new moons. These moon phases essentially create energetic portals we can work with to create desired results, which is why they are commonly used for spiritual rituals and spell work. This full moon will be in mysterious, moody Scorpio. Scorpio is the fixed water sign of the zodiac, ruled by Mars and Pluto. Scorpio energy is emotionally intense, determined, resilient, resourceful, secretive, transformative, and deeply intuitive. On the dark side, Scorpio can be relentless, vengeful, obsessive, and controlling. Scorpio rules the 8th house, which deals with shared resources and finances, partnerships, intimacy and sex, secrets, death, trauma, transformation, and the occult, such as astrology, mediumship, and witchcraft. Here are some ways to make the most of the Scorpio full moon. Enjoy some quiet time in solitude to meditate, get grounded, and recharge your energy. Set new personal goals and intentions for yourself for the coming months. Get serious about your personal and energetic boundaries. Do banishing, cleansing, or cord-cutting rituals if needed. Focus on owning your personal power and embrace emotional resiliency. What do you need to do in order to honor your own sovereignty right now? For some of you, make some time to bond with your partner and to honor your intimate connection. This year's full moon involves some tricky aspects. The sun is loosely conjunct the disruptive planet Uranus near the notorious demon star Algol in Medusa's head. Don't be too alarmed, but do be cautious. This full moon might have some increased risks of accidents and violent misfortunes, especially when people get impatient or impulsive, losing one's head, as the saying goes. Mercury in Taurus will also form a square with retrograde Pluto in Aquarius. This increases the potential for subversive power games, manipulative tactics, and schemes. Watch out for manipulative or controlling behaviors both from others and from within. Arguments and discord with others are likely too. Patience and emotional self-control are the keys to outsmarting this energy. Don't rush to react or to correct. Be patient. Take your time. Let events unfold. And don't be afraid to enforce your own boundaries when dealing with others this week. The major arcana tarot card for Scorpio is Death, embodying the dynamic, dramatic, and transcendent themes of Scorpio, the astrological ruler of death and transformation. This full moon falls in the 3rd decan of Scorpio, which is signified by the 7 of Cups in the minor arcana of the tarot. The 7 of Cups deals with duality, spiritual callings and revelations, mysticism, dreams and visions, as well as illusions, delusions, deceptions, and escapism. Thank you again for listening to my podcast on the Scorpio full moon. If you want to get a personalized tarot or astrology reading with me, check out elainesarcanetarot.com or text me at 765-739-0278. Up next, horoscopes and tarot readings for all 12 zodiac signs. All right, Aries. This full moon in Scorpio is happening in your 8th house. And this is the house which rules everything and all things by which you transform and become more powerful. So this could include secretive, taboo things such as sexual bonding, intimate relationships, marriage affairs, things of that nature, as well as your shared finances. That could deal with money that you share with a partner, wills, inheritances, spouse's money, taxes, debts, money that you owe and money owed to you. And this is also the house that deals with occult studies, your psychic or intuitive abilities, astrology, occult practices such as witchcraft, and all things psychologically challenging or taboo, Aries. So what fun. This could be a very intense full moon for you. So watch out, especially what with Uranus and the sun, as I said, in Taurus, close to the star Algol. Be careful with your personal possessions. Don't get in a hurry. Be careful not to break anything or bring on any misfortunes or accidents regarding your money, especially, as well as your partnership relationships. And also, Aries, you could be seeing some conflicts or power plays involving your resources, your personal finances, your possessions, as well as your belief systems and your personal values, coming into conflict or argument with your public persona, your reputation at large. You're dealing with your broader community, how you show up in your social groups, your friend networks, and also demands and attempts to control you that might be coming from that public life sector. Your tarot reading for this full moon is the Eight of Cups. That's what this full moon will be bringing you, Aries. And the Eight of Cups means that you will be at last finding a resolution to a problem that has been emotionally draining to you for some time. So this could be from, excuse me, allergies have been getting to me lately. This could be a relationship, a job situation, something that's been causing you a fair amount of emotional stress for quite some time. You're finally going to be able to put that down and move away from it and begin leaving it in your past, Aries. Now, the advice for you for this full moon is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is also the tarot card of this full moon happening at 22 degrees of Scorpio. And the Seven of Cups is advising you to take some time to daydream right now, to imagine, to create a vision for the future, to set your intentions, to start working on manifesting if that resonates with you, if that's a practice that works with you. But now is a time, Aries, for you to start envisioning a plan, a strategy, a new set of goals for your future, because the future that you are about to step into is fertile with possibilities, Aries. So you need to have a vision in order to execute a plan. All right. So congratulations on that resolution, that closure that is coming your way, Aries, and congratulations on having a bright new realm of possibilities before you in the future to come. So Taurus, this full moon is illuminating, shining a light on your seventh house of partnerships, close friendships, one-on-one relationships. That includes your client relationships and your business partnerships, if that applies to you, as well as your legal contracts and commitments. Okay, Taurus. So, this could manifest as fun new events or disruptive new events involving your close one-on-one relationships, your good friendships, your business partnerships, your intimate relationship, your marriage, if that applies. And with Mercury square Pluto, You could be experiencing conflicts, arguments, or just outright power struggles coming from your 10th house of vocation, of calling, your public life, your public reputation, your career, your profession, if that applies to you. It could be that you have your own vision, your own set of goals, and it's just not aligning with what is demanded of you from your public life, your public persona, or from your career, professional social group, that is, your career social group. However, not to worry, Taurus, because the tarot says that this full moon is going to be bringing victory, triumph, and winning all around for you this week, this full moon. The Six of Wands is foretelling that whatever you are battling right now, whatever you are contending with, whatever you are working on, you are going to pass with flying colors, Taurus. You are going to knock it out of the park, so to speak. You are going to win. You are going to get your way, and it's going to be a public thing. Like, you will be seen by others having achieved this great thing, being successful. So soak it up. Enjoy your moment in the sun, Taurus. The advice for you this full moon is the Knight of Pentacles. This suggests that the reason why you are winning at this season in your life, the reason why you are able to achieve your goals and accomplish successful outcomes is because you are driven, determined, and above all, responsible and reliable. So stick with those habits. They are working for you. Settle in. Keep doing the right things at the right time, because you've got your system, you've got your strategies down pat, and they are winning strategies. So keep working with that, Taurus, and congratulations. This is going to be a great springtime for you. Gemini, this full moon is happening in your sixth house. Your sixth house represents your work, the service you do in life. So this could be like your day-to-day job reality, not necessarily your career, but what you do for work. Sixth house also rules health, physical health, vitality, and disease. So the full moon could be bringing illumination, revelations, or sudden disruptions into those areas of your life. Sixth house also, on a lower, lesser note, can represent enemies, so people that act against you. So full moon could be agitating people that don't like you so much, Gemini, or calling your attention to them in some way, revealing secrets about them, about enemies, about opponents. So during this full moon, it's definitely wise to be mindful of your health. The key to this is not to stress yourself out too much, Gemini. Don't overdo it. Don't go without sleep. Don't work too hard. Work-life balance is super important. But above all, take care of your mental health and make sure you're getting enough rest and downtime, because that's how you avoid super disruptions in that sixth house as it relates to your physical health and your personal vitality, your physical well-being, Gemini. And also be on the lookout for conflicts, arguments, and just overall discord and stress. Mostly coming from I suppose the diet of content that you are exposing yourself to is the best way to explain this conflict, Gemini, is that, like I said, it's important for you to take care of your overall mental health, your spiritual energy, your aura, so to speak, right now. That's how you get through this full moon week without losing your head, without any major dramas or disruptions. And the best way to do that is to avoid news and information from the outside, even information from sources that you favor, such as your mentors or your teachers, influencers on the internet that you enjoy following. No judgment there. But watch out for just overall negative content. Okay, like you are what you eat. You're also that on a mental, psychological, and spiritual level. If you are consuming a lot of junk, a lot of anger, a lot of rage, a lot of depressing, sad, can't fix it type of information and content, you can't be surprised whenever your mind and your spirits are troubled. So avoid that for the next week. You won't miss anything, Gemini, I promise. But anyways, so Gemini, your tarot reading for this full moon is the Four of Cups. That's what this full moon is bringing you. Okay, so the Four of Cups, it feels and looks a lot worse than it actually is, Gemini. That's my promise to you for this full moon. The Four of Cups is bringing you emotional stress, malaise, a feeling of being burnt out. Something has been getting you down. It's been draining your energy. It's been draining like your spiritual, psychic energy too. But this is something that you can get control of, and you get control of it by the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is saying, focus on what is within your control. Look at your to-do list. What have you been procrastinating? Would you feel better if you cleaned up your space, if you got more organized? Would your life flow more smoothly and more peacefully if you planned better? if you were more organized and diligent in your day-to-day responsibilities, Gemini? Look at what is within your control. Look at what is within your ability to change. Take more responsibility and ownership of your immediate environment, and watch how quickly your emotional and psychic energy improves overall, how quickly your vibration lifts, how quickly you correct your path, so to speak. And if you start managing what is within your control better, you will find that your life overall goes better. If you take care of the little things, the big things will tend to take care of themselves, Gemini. Okay, Cancer. This full moon is hitting your fifth house. Your fifth house is your house of fun, entertainment, of play, and joy. This is also your house of creativity and projects. This can include your business pursuits, Cancer. This can include gambling and investments. And also the fifth house rules our children. So Cancer, this full moon is calling your attention to all of those fifth house things. It is illuminating, lighting up, revealing things, or perhaps even causing some emotional intensity, some drama, some disruption where it comes to your passions, your hobbies, your romance. This is also your dating life, your romantic life, your investments, gambling pursuits, and personal projects, Cancer. And there could also be some stress and conflicts, perhaps even some power plays or manipulative tactics, deceptions coming from your personal, or excuse me, pardon me. I just looked at the wrong place on my notes. Coming from your social network or your public community, like your social groups, Cancer. This could also be bumping up against your partner, like your marriage partnership, if that applies to you, as well as shared resources and finances. This can include like your taxes, debts and loans, inheritances, and things of that nature. Now, Cancer, your tarot reading for this full moon is bringing the Five of Pentacles. So, going back to that finances thing, that's the most likely area where this is going to show up. The Five of Pentacles is saying that you're going to be experiencing a sense of hardship or loss with this full moon. It's likely to be that an unexpected bill or expense will pop up, or that there will be the loss of of some source of income, the loss of some kind of resource. Other possibilities for this Cancer is that you could just be feeling somehow left out, impoverished, taken for granted, left out in the cold, feelings like that in some other area of your life. However, the advice on this is the Lovers. So yeah, that's definitely saying that you need to get a sugar daddy or a sugar mama. No, I'm just kidding, of course. Fun fact, the Lovers in tarot does not always refer to a romantic relationship. The Lovers oftentimes refers to a choice, the need to get real about a decision, to make the choice that doesn't always feel the best, isn't always the most satisfying in the moment, but the choice that overall is right for you. Whenever we look at the imagery of the Lovers card, there's this fiery angel at the top of the card looking over what appears to be Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden in front of the tree of knowledge with the serpent in the tree and everything. Okay, so there's a lot going on there, a lot more than just love and romance. Okay, so the fiery angel also makes another appearance later on in the tarot in the Temperance card, which is all about striking a balance. It's all about patience and keeping our cool. Okay, fun little mini tarot lesson there for you. So the Lovers card, Cancer, I believe, is advising you that it's time to make a tough decision about something in order to put a stop to the drain, the loss, the impoverishment of the Five of Pentacles, whether that is actual financial hardship represented by the Five of Pentacles and the need to make a tough choice to, tighten the belt, maybe cancel some subscriptions, not fun stuff like that. Or if the Five of Pentacles there is a sense of emotional or psychic impoverishment or hardship, it's time to make a tough choice. It's time to make that choice that you're afraid to make, but that you know is the right choice that's in alignment with your true path and calling in your life. Okay, Cancer? Leo. This full moon in Scorpio is hitting your fourth house. Your fourth house is your private life, all right? Your home, your private residence, the place where you live. It is your family, your immediate family, the people that you live with, the people that you talk to on a daily basis or at least on a weekly basis. That could be your family of origin. That could be your children, your spouse, in-laws and parents, and so on and so forth. It's your family relationships. And the fourth house also represents your emotional life, your life in private, your life at home, whenever you're in your sweatpants and nobody's around. All right, so this full moon is lighting up, illuminating, or bringing drama to your home. All right, so this could manifest as very practical, physical, realistic. It could be that you are making changes to your home. Perhaps you're doing renovations, or you're moving, or you're looking to move with this full moon, or you become aware that you will need to move, so on and so forth. It could be bringing changes, illuminations, or disruptions to your family, your relationships to your family, or your responsibilities to your family. Could also be doing the same to your private life and your emotional life. And Leo, you could also be dealing with difficult communications, possible conflicts, arguments, and power struggles with your intimate partners or your intimate partner, that is your significant other, or with your close friends, your business partners, or even with clients. That could also apply. You could also find yourself experiencing some difficulties with your contracts and your commitments, especially concerning your career or professional goals and aspirations, your vocational pursuits, your professional life in general. Now, Leo, we've got the 10 of Cups here. That is what this full moon is bringing to you. So it's not bad overall, even though you might be dealing with some hiccups and some conflicts coming from your close one-on-one connections versus your professional or your public life. But the 10 of Cups promises that overall, you're going to be getting mostly everything that you want for the rest of May. You are going to be experiencing success and especially emotional fulfillment where it comes to the top most important matters in your life. And this is definitely a good sign for any romantic relationships. If that applies to you, things are going to work out where love and matters of the heart are concerned. And Leo, the advice for you with this full moon is the 5 of Swords. Okay, so don't get cocky. Be a good sport about winning. You might have some people around you that, they're sore losers a bit, might be a bit jealous and envious of you. So, be honorable, be good-natured, don't rub it in because you could make some enemies that could make some trouble for you later if you are too proud and cocky in the aftermath of all of the sweet, sweet success and winning that you are about to experience in the end of May. All right, Virgo, this full moon in Scorpio is hitting your 3rd house. That is illuminating, revealing, and perhaps bringing trauma and disruption to your 3rd house of communication, travels, that is local day-to-day travels, and local communities. Okay, so you could be seeing some disruptions, revelations, or just overall intensity where it comes to like your neighborhood, your friend group, your local social group, as well as matters pertaining to day-to-day communications and transportation. So watch out for that, Virgo. And your tarot reading for the Scorpio full moon, this full moon is bringing the Magician, Virgo. So the Magician says that now is your moment to seize the day. Okay, you got to step into your own power. You've got the tools, the resources, the connections that you need in order to make your goals, your vision a reality. So take advantage of it. Make the most of the moment. Network with the right people. Take opportunities whenever they come. Be bold. Take risks. But don't wait on someone else to hand it to you or help you. You've got to be resilient and self-reliant and step out there and do it for yourself now. That is how you win. And the advice for you with this full moon is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so, maybe there are people around you that have strong opinions about what you should do. Maybe these are people that you love and respect very much. Maybe, society in general pushes a message of what you should be doing in your current circumstances as if it were just a simple formula. But the Knight of Cups is telling you that right now, forget what people or society tells you is the right thing. You've got to listen to your own intuition. And most importantly, you've got to be honest with yourself about what's truly in your heart. Because this is going to be a transitional season in your life where you're going to be choosing one path over another, one way or over another, one thing over another. So you've got to be completely honest with yourself, with what's in your heart, what's in your soul, what's truly in your intuition for you. And you've got to choose the course of action and the path that is really in alignment with who you really are, who you are becoming, because you don't want to get stuck in something that is not right for you. So, don't allow yourself to be overly influenced by others. follow what your intuition, what your internal guidance system is telling you. And also, honesty is the best policy with the Knight of Cups. Even whenever the truth hurts, it's not easy to tell someone how you really feel. Sometimes you've got to do the honorable thing and tell the truth, even when it's hard. Okay, Virgo. Libra. This full moon is lighting up, illuminating, revealing, and perhaps bringing drama and disruptions to your second house of possessions, personal resources and income, of personal values and self-worth. So, Libra, this could be with the influence of Mercury square Pluto. This full moon could be bringing drama and conflict in the form of power struggles and disagreements or power plays, most likely in your romantic, intimate relationships. So watch out for that. And yeah, this is a time where you will definitely be best served by taking care of your own self-care needs, especially your need for fun and entertainment. You need to blow off a little steam, Libra. So that way, if you indulge yourself just a little bit, have some fun, get out there and do some things just for the sheer joy of it. That'll help you blow off some steam and some frustration so that you don't take that out in the form of power plays or conflicts with others that might get you into trouble later on. So anyway, Libra, your tarot reading is the Ace of Wands with this full moon in Scorpio. The Ace of Wands is saying that some exciting new opportunities will be coming your way this spring, so be on the lookout for that. But don't be a slowpoke. Don't procrastinate, because these will be short-term opportunities, and they will most likely pop up out of nowhere. They will be super exciting, but they will also be fleeting. The advice for you for this full moon is the Tower. And the Tower is actually not a bad sign as the advice, because it's not saying that there's going to be any massive breakdowns or disruptions coming your way for the rest of this month, Libra, but it is saying that it's time for something unexpected. It's time to be spontaneous. It's time to do some things just for the sheer fun of it. It'll be good for the soul. Also, the Tower is telling you that it might be time to put some boundaries or some stops up with some dramatic people or dramatic entities in your life that have been demanding too much of your energy and attention recently. So it might be time to cut off that needy friend or neighbor, or to put up a boundary, to put some limits with some people or some aspects of your life that have been taking a little too far or draining you a bit lately, Libra. So anyway, Scorpio, this full moon is happening in your first house. So this full moon could just be overall intense. It could be that it's like one thing after another. People might be really trying your patience. Might feel like people are taking issue with you out of nowhere. Don't let it get to you too much. Focus on you during this week. Make sure you make adequate time for self-care, for meditation, for solitude and quiet time to nourish and to recharge your own energetic batteries, Scorpio. Everything's going to be just fine. Watch out for some possibility of conflicts or power plays coming from most likely from your family or from your home, your physical dwelling, and crashing up against your personal connections. That is your one-on-one partnerships, friendships, intimate relationship, perhaps business relationships as well. So, the tarot reading for you for this full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so yeah, if I were you, I would watch out for some kind of hiccup in communication. Okay, this could be that there's a misunderstanding in your communications with somebody gets offended, or that you have to deal with somebody who is really overreacting to something. Perhaps they are dead wrong about something and really emotional about it. The Page of Swords in reversed um, most likely will manifest itself as some sort of miscommunication or outright conflict or argument. Okay, but don't be too alarmed, Scorpio, because Four of Cups clarified by the World. Give it a couple days at most. It'll blow over. It'll resolve itself, and all will become known and abundantly apparent. The truth will come out. So there is nothing to worry about there. And Four of Cups as advice for this full moon, Scorpio, is telling you to watch out for things that leave you feeling burnt out and emotionally drained. Cut those cords, cut those negative attachments off, or at least take a couple days of a break from them sometime this week to nourish and recharge your batteries during this full moon in Scorpio, okay? Sagittarius, this full moon is happening in your 12th house. That is illuminating, lighting up, revealing, or perhaps bringing drama and revelations to your private life, your secrets, your subconscious, your mental health. Also, Mercury square Pluto could be bringing some conflicts from your place of work. There could be some power struggles, some power plays involving either your place of work, your job, your physical health. That's also a possibility. You could be dealing with a summer cold. I hope not. But you could be dealing with some drama, perhaps, regarding your physical health, your vitality. But more than likely, it's going to manifest as some dramas, disagreements, conflicts, power plays from your work, your job, your acts of service that you do, or coming from your opponents, your enemies. So you might have to deal with that over the next 2 weeks. But like I said, just, exercise patience and self-control, Sagittarius, and you will outsmart them every time. Now then, your tarot reading for this Scorpio full moon is the Lovers, clarified by the World. Okay, so Sagittarius, the Lovers card, I believe here, is telling you that this full moon is going to be asking you to make a difficult choice of some kind. Choose one path or the other once and for all, because one chapter or phase of your life, Sagittarius, is coming to an end and another one is beginning. It's time to embrace the new. It's time to close the door, close the book on something that is over with in your life or should be over with in your life, and step into a new reality and a new identity for yourself in the world. Something new is calling to you, Sagittarius. Now then, the advice for you is the Six of Swords. And that is just validation, confirmation of the previous message that it's a new season, a new chapter in your life. It's time to turn your back on what was. It's time to turn your back, bury the past that it's time to put it behind you. You know that something is over with and it's time to put a stop to it. It's time to end it. It's time to cut ties with it. It's time to finally make some decisions to make the move. That might be a physical move. It might be time to look at relocating, moving house, changing jobs, finally ending a less than healthy relationship in your life, Sagittarius. It can be really scary to make these kind of big changes, these big moves in our lives, but even if it is scary, it's much better than staying stuck, okay? Because it's time to move on. It's time to embrace a new world and a new you. Capricorn. This full moon is happening in your 11th house, your social life, your communities, your friend networks, your professional networks, also your hopes and dreams. So this full moon is illuminating, casting a light, pushing energy and focus into those 11th house affairs. So this could look like sudden events, disruptive events, or even dramatic events having to do with your social life, with your hopes and dreams, or with your public persona, your reputation, Capricorn. Now then, Mercury square Pluto could also be bringing conflicts regarding your personal values as well as your worldly needs, your material possessions, your need for income, your need for money, and your need for fun and entertainment, the things that you love, of course. Those things are often in conflict, but this full moon could be bringing that even more into focus. Also, your romantic life, your dating life could be coming up in conflict against your sense of self, your personal values, your sense of self-worth. So it could be that something in your romantic life is really getting you down and knocking your self-esteem a bit. Don't put up with that, Capricorn. All right, so your tarot reading for this full moon is the Emperor reversed. That's what this full moon will be bringing to you. And the Emperor reversed would represent difficult situations regarding authority. So, it could be that new circumstances at your place of work with your boss, for instance, could be suddenly stressful or overly demanding. Could be, you're encountering drama from authority figures, management at work, for example. But overall, I'm getting the feeling that Capricorn, what this full moon is going to bring you is that you are going to have to put up with some stress and some disruption as a result of the irresponsibility or perhaps even the incompetence of some other people in your life. More than likely, people who have some kind of power over you. So authority figures of some kind. Could be at work, could be in your personal life, could be in your family life. I'm not entirely sure, but not to worry, Capricorn, because you will bring your A game as you often do. You are, in fact, responsible, reliable, and extremely competent. So you've got more than what it takes to master whatever drama, disruptions, chaos other people are going to create or perhaps even throw at you. So 5 of Wands here is telling you just to, be quick. Be quick on your feet, pay attention to what's going on, be willing to jump in and act and lead if you need to. And you will surely win the day, Capricorn, even if you have to deal with other people making your life stressful and hard. You're still going to win and you're still going to shine. Aquarius. You have got this full moon in Scorpio happening in your 10th house of your public life, your vocation, your calling, your professional life, your career, all of those sorts of things. Okay, so your life at work. This full moon will be drawing attention to, lighting up, illuminating, and perhaps even bringing drama and disruption to all of those 10th house public life and career matters. Your tarot reading for this full moon in Scorpio is the Queen of Wands. That is what this full moon in Scorpio is bringing for you. So this full moon will bring you a chance to seize the limelight and command some well-deserved attention and perhaps even acclaim, Aquarius. It will be your moment to shine, so to speak. You will have opportunities to stand out, to show off your unique talents and skills in some sort of a public setting this full moon. Also, you will be presented with the opportunity to follow your heart's desire, basically, to identify what your passions are, what your personal goals and ambitions and desires are, and you will be presented with opportunities to go after those, okay? If you care to take them, that is. And the advice for you, Aquarius, excuse me, the advice for you with this full moon is the star card, okay? The star card is telling you, Aquarius, because the star is your tarot card. The star is telling you to trust yourself, trust your intuition, let your star guide you at this time. The energy around you is very auspicious right now, Aquarius. You've got a lot of luck on your side. And if you allow yourself to trust your intuition, your own internal guidance system, it will lead you exactly to the right places and the right times, the right opportunities to get where you want to be. Okay, Aquarius? So trust yourself. Listen to your intuition. Follow your star. Pisces, this full moon is hitting your 9th house. So it is lighting up, drawing energy and attention, illuminating, and perhaps causing drama and disruptions to your 9th house of belief systems, of long distance travel, of higher education, and of foreign affairs. Okay, so this full moon could be causing sudden, unexpected, or perhaps dramatic events involving any of those things. Could also, Pisces, just be a season where you are envisioning the future. You are dreaming big. You are setting your goals and intentions. Now, you just got to watch out for conflicts, power struggles, as far as, if you haven't been taking the best care of yourself lately, Pisces, if you haven't been sleeping well, if you've been a bit sleep deprived, you've been a bit cranky, if you've been irritable, if you haven't been consuming positive, uplifting, empowering content in your day-to-day life lately, you might fall into the trap of taking that out in your communications and in your day-to-day habits and routines. You might find yourself getting into petty squabbles, power struggles with other people that you didn't intend to get into. You might find that you're cranky in your communications and that leads you into trouble. Or you might find that you've been getting disorganized, been letting tasks run away from you or falling behind in your day-to-day routines. And that could be causing you unnecessary stress with this Mercury and Pluto square. So basically, you got to take good care of yourself right now, Pisces. You got to make sure you're getting good rest, you're getting enough sleep. You got to make sure that you are taking care of your mental health and your mindset, that you are watching your internal dialogue and your self-talk, and that, you're not letting negativity overwhelm you and get you stuck in bad habits and unpleasant realities during this full moon. So basically, check in with yourself. Your tarot reading for this full moon in Scorpio is bringing change, or the opportunity for change, with the Knight of Wands. There's going to be some good news, more than likely, coming your way this full moon week, Pisces. Perhaps some imminent news of change. Something that was stuck is going to get unstuck soon. Or you might receive some news or a package, an actual physical item, material item that you were expecting this coming week. Or the Knight of Wands could simply mean that change is coming your way with this season, Pisces. So hallelujah, because it's time for a change. It's time for some fresh energy. Wouldn't you agree? So good news is highly likely, some good message especially is highly likely with this Knight of Wands energy, as well as just some kind of imminent positive change in your circumstances, Pisces. And the advice for you is the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so embrace change with the Knight of Wands coming your way. It's time to switch it up. It's time to look at trying something new or changing scenery, Pisces. But the Seven of Pentacles is telling you to also look at your long-term plan. What are your long-term goals for the future? What has been working out, Pisces, and what, more importantly, what has not been working out? What has not yielded rewards so far? What has been more expensive or demanding than rewarding for you? Because it's time to cut some dead ends. It's time to tighten the belt and trim things, so to speak, to do some weeding of your garden. But it's also time to look at what your long-term plans, commitments, and responsibilities are, and how do you incorporate them? How do you fit them into your vision for change in this new summer season? Okay, Pisces? All right, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for listening to this full moon in Scorpio podcast. Thank you for joining me and sharing this space with me wherever you are. And I wish all of you a very blessed week and a happy full moon. Take care. Bye-bye.